Everybody can see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, very good. So we're going to talk about networking yet again, and with purpose. The idea was I was actually wondering what to train everybody on. And Alicia said, Mom, everybody's getting out so much. This is summer. There's so many networking opportunities. And it would be very wonderful to do this session where we talk about the actual not just networking, not just going out, but actually making yourself visible as a realtor. Now, repeatedly, I have spoken about not being salesy, if you all remember, not pushing for transactions, right? Because that gives us a very negative connotation. We've also discussed how I don't like the word salesperson, right? I much prefer a realtor. Why? Because we are service-oriented people. We're not salespeople, right? Sales transaction, in the technical terms, in the world of marketing and sales, is referred to with a singular transaction. Okay? It is a sale. You buy a pack of eggs, it is a sale. You buy some milk, it is a sale. You buy a car, it's a sale. Now, Anil's going to disagree because I know that some car companies also keep a consistent flow of connection with people they sell cars to, right? However, a car most likely is not an investment. It is a commodity that we use. Okay, and it has a huge and very big value drop the second a brand new car hits the pavement. Houses, on the other hand, properties, commercial properties, land, in general, actually increase in value over time. Okay, anybody who's purchased land 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, and still has it in the family or individually knows that land and property actually go up in value. So it is also investment. All right. So I don't like the word salesperson because I don't think that we are transactional or should be transactional. I do believe very, very strongly that we need to figure ourselves out in that niche of a service provider. Okay, a service provider is different. Who is a service provider? A doctor, a PSW, a therapist, right? Someone who is consistently and constantly you go back to. It can be as simple as a manicurist, pedicurist, a masseuse, right? That is an ongoing relationship. A hairstylist. Hairstylist is not a salesperson, right? They are working on you repeatedly over the length of your years. Okay, so networking with purpose, why? Because we want to build that increased visibility, generate business, and to strategize our every move throughout this wonderful season where we go out a lot. Getting out there, getting recognized, get business. This is what the formula is that we are going to look at today. Summer is not a time to slow down, guys. I hear that's a lot of people say, oh yeah, it's summer. We're going to be out of the cottage. We're going to be out of the cottage for 2 months. Do you think there is an opportunity to tap into a market? Absolutely, yes. Because it has changed your scenery. From your neighbors have changed, your positioning has changed, right? It is a slower pace, but still all the rules of networking apply. And now you have a new platform. Someone can talk about, oh, I love jazz and theater, and So what is happening in the summer? All of the festivals. The jazz festival in Toronto happens. The um, theater festival just ended. There is so much going on in town. So if you are arts and culture based, right? So you will be connected to all of that stuff. If you believe in community building, if you believe in neighborhood building, all of those things can be built in right now to be cherished and enjoyed during the cooler months. People may not be so actively buying and selling houses, but what are we talking about? We're talking about networking with purpose. So it's not the time to slow down. Summer is an opportunity to build relationships, increase community visibility, strengthen your personal brand, create future referral opportunities. Anybody that knows me, I just don't throw out big words. Okay, so let's figure out how to actually achieve all of these things. The learning objectives of today's session, by the end of it, I would like you to differentiate between networking and strategic networking. It's a very, very big difference. Strategic networking actually brings business to your table. Just networking is a waste of time. How to find opportunity that align with your personality and interests. Why? Because we want to be authentic. We want to be found in groups of people that are our target audience, our demographic, that actually react to our unique selling proposition as a service provider. Okay? If you're a hairdresser and you're focusing on building a brand around people who don't have hair, okay? Or if you're a service provider and you are a gardener, right? And you're trying to focus on people with condos, right? You're wasting your time. You have to find your own niche, your own abilities, and try to find a group of people that will act and react to you, where you can become the influencer, not not in real estate only, in interest based, because remember, this is networking that we're talking about. So, how to build an authentic relationships, right? How to use summer activities to increase visibility, how to turn conversations into connections, right? I'm at a networking event, I'm having a great conversation with you. I never took your information, right? I dropped the ball. Oh my God, I had the most wonderful connection. I never got that person's telephone number or email address, right? How to create a consistent follow-up system. Where are we driving to? CRM. Okay, if I'm going to throw a spin in it. We've been working very hard on a new website, on a new CRM system for all of us. We will be sooner than later converting from Exact Contact, guys. This is an amazing platform. It is a hugely expensive platform that the brokerage has committed to. A very small portion of the cost is going to be yours, which is very close to what you were paying to Exact Contact. There's lead generation platforms in it. There is landing pages. There is automated social media postings. It is a phenomenal system which we'll be rolling out and launching by the end of next week or beginning of the week after. It's ready. The Sutton Summit website is up. I would like you to go in and check it out. But the consistency of follow-up system is what? Your CRM, your client relation manager, which we will be having soon, the very, very top-notch one. Okay, this is what you guys must have heard how Remax has been purchased by Realty, right? The only selling point of Reality is that they are technology based. The technology that they use is this exact platform that Sutton Summit has brought in. Not all of Sutton, just us. Okay, so it's a huge commitment on our part, and I would like you to start thinking of how you're going to use it. So, how do you fill up your CRM? With contacts. Okay, if we're launching it next week, so guess what you need to do this week? Start going out in a frenzy and collecting all your contacts to be put in that database, please. That is your homework from today. Why summer is the perfect time to network, guys? Many realtors disappear during the summer. When most realtors disappear, what is it? Your opportunity to shine, right? In neighborhoods where there are very, very big names, guys, they are not canvassing during summer. That's your time to go in. Summer offers opportunity through community festivals, charity events, farmers market, golf tournaments, sporting events, cultural celebrations, right? Local business events, outdoor activities, neighborhood gatherings. These are not just words put in there. These are ideas for you to use networking, and the relationships you build today can create business for you tomorrow, right? So you're going to build all these, you're going to go to all these events, you're going to build connections, you're going to put them in CRM, and you're going to translate that into business. Because our next session is going to be next Tuesday. We are going to discuss CRMs and how to use them, because I'm prepping you guys for the week after when we launch the new website and CRM. People do business with people they know. Okay, just a small example. Most of you know I used to have Timothy's World Coffees, 4 locations in downtown Toronto, right? For 13 years period. The interaction for me and my staff, I had 18 people staff during through those four locations. I used to service. I used to service the counter. I used to be at cash. I used to be a barista. Didn't matter that I owned that business, right? So remember that, guys, that when you are interacting as a service provider to someone that you already know, okay, Nadir walks into the cafe. I know
Posted on the
Nadir's order by
16th.
heart, right? I know Nadir drinks an espresso in the afternoon, a medium coffee with 2 milks and sugar in the morning, and a decaf in the evening. I know that. So whenever I see Nadir, my smile comes up because he is now a friend. And I look at him, I give him the coffee. The whole interaction is so soft, sweet, fun, and easy, rather than a brand new person walking into your store, right? Still, you're happy to see them because they're bringing money and business. However, you have no clue what they're expecting of you. The communication may be good or not so good. The interaction may be terrible. 13 years I had the cafe and I loved every minute of it. I remember one evening, we used to open at 6 o'clock and close at 9 o'clock. One evening, we were closing. I had only one other staff with me. He was stacking the patio chairs to bring them inside. We had a huge big patio on Bay and Queen. So Kamal was bringing in the patio. I was closing cash. 3 people came in. They were arguing with each other in Spanish. I could not understand what they were saying, but I knew they were talking in Spanish. This woman comes in, another woman orders something. They bought a bunch of stuff. The bill was nice and big, right? I stopped closing cash. I serviced them. I made their drinks. The woman took one sip of her drink. The communication was poor, right? Maybe I got her drink on. She threw the drink on me. I got a hot latte dripping on me. Out of 13 years of loveliness, that fear and that thought has never left me. Okay, so when a brand new stranger walks in, they could be anything versus somebody that you have built a rapport and a business with. Therefore, selling and buying a home is a very, very huge, big undertaking. Even if it is a small investment at any given point, what do you think is the cheapest condo market is the lowest, right, guys, right now? What do you think the price of the cheapest condominium in Toronto is going to be, roughly? Anyone?
Around 450?
Yeah. Even if you drop it down to $300,000. Okay? None of us will not think twice before doing it. None of us. Okay? So people like doing business with people they know. Most clients do not choose a realtor because of a billboard. If you've never worked with the realtor and the billboard's humongous, will you go and work with them? Most likely not. Okay? They choose someone they know, they like, they trust. Also, guys, think about your business platform and what you want out of this business. I have what, 9 people on call today? 10 right now, right? How many of you would be more than happy if I tell you you can make $300,000 this year? All of you, right?
Yeah.
So you're not looking to make $1 million, are you? Or 2 million or $5 million, right? You don't need a billboard. Do you know how many deals you need to do $300,000? Roughly
20.
$25,000 per pop, right? That leaves you with 15 deals. If you work every day with the plan that we worked on last week, every day you follow that plan. If you tell me that you cannot get 15 clients to commit to you for the rest of the year, there's a problem. If guys, as your broker of record, it's my responsibility to grow this brokerage as well, correct? Because if this brokerage doesn't grow and we keep depleting realtors, whether they pass away or they move to another brokerage, right? This business will shut down. You will all suffer. So as a broker of record, not just retention, not just training, also a very big part of my job description is to recruit. Okay? Imagine if I tell you I cannot recruit, right? Laura, you laughed when I said $300,000. If I turn around and say, Laura, I've not in the last 5 years been able to recruit. I can recruit only 2 people per year. 2 people per year means what for you guys? $50,000. Simple math I'm doing here. Okay? If I, as the broker of record, turn around and say, I can't recruit people anymore, or I could not recruit. So in the 5 years that I was here, 2 people a year, I was able to recruit what? 10 people in total? This business would shut down. Okay? Make it your focus, make it your daily requirement to work very, very hard to be recruiting new clientele and new customers into your system, guys. And they will not drop from the sky. I can promise you that. Everybody complains about how many realtors are out there. Everybody. For me, there's not enough because I would like to hire more. Right? So remember, your goal is not to meet everyone. Your goal is to become memorable to the right people. The people that connect with you, the people that ethically, morally, financially align to how you can help them. You do not have to go and sell a $8 million property. You do not have to force yourself into selling a $300,000 property. You have to find where your niche is. Okay, one of our realtors, extremely busy through this weekend. The weekend that I was away, because he lost a $6 million property for a client. The realtors went and double-ended the property. That's another conversation to be had, and what I have to do about that. However, just letting you guys know that people that know you, like you, trust you, will do business with you. So for them to know you, you got to make yourself available. For them to like you got to understand who they are and whether it will be a natural fit or not. Do not force your salesmanship on people. Then you become salesy. Okay? And of course, trust follows. Networking versus strategic networking. Traditional networking, looking for immediate business, collecting business cards, talking about yourself, transaction focused. You're a salesperson if you do that. Strategic networking, now you are building a service brand, building meaningful relationships, finding common interests, creating long-term connections, providing value first. Don't run for the transaction to close. Don't be greedy. People smell blood. You have to provide value first, right? When you provide value first, what is going to happen right away? The last slide, trust. Again, before attending any event, okay, so we're going to talk about finding events. We're going to think about that. All of you are going to go back once you're done here, and you're going to sit back and think, what do I love to do most? What would I like to pick up this summer, which I'm not doing? Okay, but however, now you figured that out. Now you figured yourself. Annie loves flowers. Nader loves bikes. Laura loves, I don't know, book clubs, right? Whatever the case is, now you have an event in place. Now you have a society you're going to join. Before you attend the event, ask yourself first, who am I hoping to meet? First-time buyers, investors, downsizers, business owners, families, professionals, community leaders. I need to put myself in events that are aligned by who I want to meet. Why am I attending? To learn, to support, to connect, to contribute. How will I follow up? None of the why am I attending was grab more business. Okay? Build your business like you would build a building. If I try to put the penthouse units that I'm most excited about on my building first before I do the foundation, what is going to happen to the building?
You don't have a
It
building.
will crash and fall. There will be no building. I will never get to the penthouse because I never built the foundation. I never built the rest of the building. I will never get to there will be no penthouse. It will remain in my dreams. Okay? Without a plan, networking becomes socialization. Authentic networking starts with you. The best networking happens when you are doing things you genuinely enjoy. People connect with authenticity. It will also allow them to know you properly. When they know you, they will trust you. Ask yourself, what hobbies do I enjoy? What causes matter to me? What activities would I attend even if I was not looking for business? Why? Because we are trying to boil down to authenticity, authenticity, authenticity. Your interests will naturally connect you with your people. Okay? The group that will be influenced by you. Now, can you be an influencer even when you're learning? 100%. The teacher connects with the best student. Why? Because the best student has fully arrived. Okay? Remember that. Right? The best student doesn't know everything, but has arrived to learn. So you don't have to be the leader all the time. You can be someone who is also learning in a space, but you are that wonderful person that everybody likes having in the class. Okay? Think of that. Think of taking up a course, right? When COVID happened, guys, my best friend, myself, my ex-husband at the time, and another friend, we decided to take wine tasting wine classes at George Brown, which were done from the home. Our safe group, which was 10 people, was only 5 for the classes. So we used to meet physically. We used to do takeout food, right, or delivered food that was aligned with the area that we were doing the wine tasting for. Me and my best friend Gunjan, we used to organize everything, right? It was either at my house or at her condo, right? So what happened was when we used to get onto class and for Zoom, the class started waiting for us to join and ask what we were eating. Because not were we just eating, we were also dressed up that way. Whether it was south of France or Burgundy or Sicilian wine or whatever we were tasting, the vibe of us were in full attire with the meal. Guess what happened? When we finished up, when COVID ended, we threw a party at my house. We met with all the people, including the teacher, and I sold the teacher and her partner a condo in downtown. Right? I was not fishing for business. I was just trying to spend time amongst people doing what I love doing. Okay? So anything that you do is an opportunity, my friends. All right? Find your community through your interests. Examples can be golf leagues, cycling groups, dog parks and pet events, art shows, galleries, theater, music, events, food and wine festival, charity runs and walks, gardening groups, book clubs, hiking groups, coffee meetups, sports leagues, volunteer organization. I don't know whether Frank is on there or not, but Frank is known as the big dog. Okay, he was a dog trainer before he was a realtor. He has loved dogs. He loves them passionately since he was young, right? So what has happened over time is his ringtone is that, his business card has his dogs on it, and nobody forgets Frank because he's such an authentic guy who loves his dogs. All right, he goes to all these dog shows. He takes his dogs out of town. He meets with all those people and he connects with people over there, right? So anything you love, anything, literally, can you imagine just loving your pet and taking it to that level that it becomes a brand? And it's never too late, guys. Don't say, oh my God, I can't. I am not a spring chicken, and I do this every day of my life. Okay? When you participate in things you love, networking feels natural and not just that you actually enjoy the time you're doing so. When you are enjoying, guys, what happens is you are giving out positive energy. People like to be in your presence. People like to meet you. People like to talk to you. People like to ask you questions. Where to find local activities? Now, I've helped you out with that too. Okay? There are opportunities happening every day. Online resources. What is that? Eventbrite, Meetup, Facebook groups, LinkedIn events, right? This is a meal ready for you to eat. Okay? If you are not booking something today after this class, all my work is wasted. Okay? Go in, look at it. Look at Eventbrite. And guys, you can turn around and say, hey, Sabiha, it's too expensive to do all these things. Do you know how many free events are available? Yoga in the park, star watching, stargazing. When we were at PC the night before last, before we went there, maybe 2 months ago, one of the friends that was there had mentioned to me that they cannot see the stars in the sky. They have been in Canada only for 4 years. They have not had the ability to go outside so much. I made it a point. I went in and I looked at stargazing in PCE. We were there only for one night, guys. We went there, and I cannot tell you, it was uh, earth-shattering the way the sky looked outside the city. It was like I was looking at highways and thousands of highways running, busy with cars on it. Right? I was for free. The four of us went there with our blankets. We sat in the park and we looked out at stars. And there was a few people that were very well versed in it, and they shared. And we just sat there and listened and saw the stars and saw which Milky Way is which and what is which star and which is what is what. And we came back with all of that inside us. Cost us nothing. Okay? All of those things exist. Go to places and find it. For Facebook groups, they have neighborhood groups. You can make a neighborhood groups. There are hobby groups. They're like hiking and tracking and so many and fishing and whatever you guys are interested in. All right. Local community resources. Look beyond traditional networking, guys. Okay. There are so many events that happen. There's so many events that happen in Streetsville. The BIA in Streetsville does so many things. I have shared a couple of things on our group chat. I don't know if anybody's gone into those links and seen. Summer is busy in Streetsville. Nobody from the office goes and canvasses for new business. I am shocked. We have a beautiful building here. The business is all yours to pick up and run with it like crazy. There's so many new restaurants that have happened. There is so much happening. The BIA here is so busy, right? Nader, you were there, Anil, you were there. I don't know who else is on this call. Remember, guys, when we went to the pub? Nader, Anil, you remember when we did the pub night? I think that's
Yes, that
Laura
was
was there.
wonderful.
Yeah, Laura was there, but you remember that they had that whole space set up in the front and people were walking with these passports and getting a drink and a snack? That was part of the Streetsville BIA events. They're constantly doing events. Last Friday, there was all these vendors collected, there was music playing. There's nothing stopping from you from creating a wonderful, package of some sort, walking around and handing it to people, letting them know who you are. Who's going to come to a Streetsville event? Only people from around here, right? There's going to be very few people that you speak to and they say, oh, I'm coming from Niagara Falls or from Ajax. They're all local people, right? And these events are not heavy on real estate. But someone's going to take the business if we don't, right? Not one of my brokers or realtors actually actively works in this thing. I go to these events, nobody ever shows up, right? So guys, look into that. City community calendars, cultural festivities, community centers, guys, right? There are so many cute community center events that are happening. Charity organizations. We have a food bank right here, right? And we also donate to that food bank. I'm sure most of you know I have always been signed up to Summit Care, $25. $25, that's it, of every deal that I do is put in the Summit Care's account, right? Every year, Thanksgiving and Christmas, we make a donation to that food bank. You know, every month we make a donation to Pinball Clemens Foundation. You guys can volunteer to any of these places as well. Okay? And so many other ideas. Become a local expert. Now we're transferring from just going to these events and having nothing to say to someone who actually will have something to say. Okay? People trust realtors who are connected to their community. If you're a realtor who's seen around the community events, they will actually think that you have something vested in this community. You're not there just to grab and go. Okay? Become someone who supports local businesses, attends community events, shares local information, introduces people. Someone will never forget you if you help them out, right? Doesn't matter what they do. If you help them out, right? Your friend's son is looking for a job. Your gardener wants more work. The contractor that you used who was wonderful to you is wanting more jobs. A plumber you worked with, you making connections, give gives back. All of these things gives back. Your brand becomes the realtor who knows the community. Your personal brand before introducing yourself, know it. Know who you are. What do you want people to remember you as? Okay? Where do you live? Where do you work? None of these actually words can be used as selling selling tags. RICO doesn't allow it. It doesn't allow you to call yourself any of these things. But internally, you have to have a focus and you have to build on that focus. When you go to these events, okay, let's even talk about that. Don't start with, hey, I'm a realtor. Hi, I'm a realtor. Because that just shows that you came there to sell. Ask questions. Remember the 70-30 we've been talking about? What brings you here today? Have you attended this event before? What neighborhood are you from? What do you enjoy doing in your community? What what did you hear about? How did you hear about this event? People love talking. And just in this, you gather a lot of information about this person. You vetted them, you found out whether you want to work with them or not, and you made them feel great. So they want to work with you. At one point, they're going to ask who you are and what you do. You're going to say, I'm a realtor. They're going to ask you what? Anybody who's attended the CRM meeting with me, training with me knows the answer. They're going to ask you what? The second they find out that you're a realtor. How is the market? They open the floodgate. You're not going to sit there and tell them all about the market there and then. Say, let's meet. I'll really enjoy chatting with you. Give me your number. I will connect with you sometimes next week. And we can figure out a time to meet for coffee. Or whatever the interest may be. A beer, whatever. Okay? That is your opening lines, guys. Not that I'm a realtor and I'm here to do business. Don't hand, when someone approaches you, do not smile and give them your card and say, I'm a realtor at Sutton Summit. Don't do that. Great networkers listen more than they talk, 70% listening, 30% talking. Be curious, ask questions, remember details. How will you remember details? Because you're going to make notes and put them in your CRM. Okay? The goal is conversation, connection, not conversation. Okay? Stop selling, start adding value. The strongest relationships come from giving. You can add value by making introductions, sharing resources, recommending businesses, providing market information, helping solve problems, supporting local businesses. When you recommend a business should know that you are recommending them. Okay? Nothing is for free, so don't do handouts either. Build your professional network, create your trusted circle, your mortgage professionals, your lawyers, accountants, insurance advisors, contractors, home inspections, home inspectors, stagers, designers, tradespeople, financial professionals. Okay, financial professionals do not mean mortgage professionals. It starts from the financial professional who helps you save the down payment first. Then comes the mortgage professional, right? So think of ongoing business. Think of 5-year goals, 10-year goals, right? And I don't want to hear, sometimes I hear from realtors, oh, I'm ready to retire. After you retire, right, you will have a long time to live. You should be able to package and hand over and sell your business to a younger realtor or a newer realtor who wants to run with this so that your equity and your franchise doesn't die with your retirement because you are not dead yet. Okay, remember this, guys. Retirement is a long time to live, and that's when you will actually have time to do things. If you can spend the next 5 years to package your business, to be able to transfer it to someone else and make business from, then it is a business. Something that ends with you is a job. You are business owners. That was our first training. This is not your job. This is your business. Turn events into social media content. Okay, now what are you doing? You are creating memory for people. Every event is a marketing opportunities. Photos, short videos, interviews, local highlights, community connections, supporting local businesses in Mississauga today. Great community events supporting local families. One of my favorite neighborhood spots. Whatever it may be, there's just a few ideas. Become the person who celebrates the community, trust, knowing, all of those things. Collect relationships, not business cards. Very important. That business card that you took or gave and sat in your drawer and then finally went to the garbage because you can't even remember who that person is garbage. Right? I met Laura at a party. I chatted with Laura. I invited her over. We went for a walk. Right? Laura's needed a plumber. I had a plumber to send her. Laura's daughter needs a rental. I helped her with that. When we went to find the rental in Toronto, Laura and I had a cup of coffee before we met, or a glass of wine after we finished our appointment. What did I just do? I created a relationship. Okay, within 24 hours, connect on social media, add them to your CRM, send a personal message, refer your conversation, reference to your conversation, offer value. I have worked not a lot, but a little bit on my Instagram page. When people ask me for my number, you know what I ask them? Look for me on Instagram and add me. I stand there, I tell them what my Instagram handle is because now I will be repeatedly in their face every time I post something. Right? It also gives me incentive to post things because I'm excited about the new people that I've added on. I want them to see me. Follow formula, guys. This is it. This is the math behind it. Meet, connect, follow up, provide value, stay visible, build trust, receive referrals. Simple as that. Every week, these are homeworks for you to do. Every week, attend 5 community activities or events. They don't have to be big. They don't have to be huge. It can be a yoga class. It can be a walk. It can be stargazing. It can be a neighborhood cleanup, right? If you are working full time in real estate, 5 activities is not a big deal, guys. Okay? What can be another activity? in our community, guys? Any idea? Give me one idea that I'm looking for. An open house. Okay, every one of you must be doing an open house every Saturday and Sunday. Meet 5 people, connect 5 past clients or contacts. This is what you're going to do throughout the summer. 5, 5, 5. 5 events and activities, 5 new people, 5 past clients. In the whole week, if you just do this, you will be having business at the end of the summer. I can promise you that. Weekly visibility checklist, attend 1 community event, visit 1 local business, make 5 new connections, follow up with 5 people, post 3 community focused social media posts, schedule 1 coffee meeting, update your CRM with everyone you met. Not impossible, right? Easy job, very easy job.
Action between is length delivery and the shorter, quicker one. You're looking to go over less stuff, bring the ball back to.
Networking mistakes to avoid, guys. Only attending realtor events, selling immediately, talking only about yourself, not following up, being inconsistent, doing all that and then crash, doing all that and crash. When you did all that and you crashed, you took all the hard work that you did with you. Okay? Networking only with business when business is slow. No. When you get busy with a client, don't forget any of these things. Attending events you don't enjoy. Don't force things on yourself just because. I'm going to share this with you, your 60-day summer action plan. I want you guys to fill it out. Final thoughts, the most successful realtors are not always the loudest. They are the ones who are visible, helpful, consistent, trusted, connected. This summer, get involved, build relationships, become recognized. Okay? Because when people think real estate, they should think of you and you alone if they know you.